All right, welcome back to Scott Traders Hub. I hope you guys are having a great time. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lois. I'm still surprised by your consistency and the way you always punctual to these sessions. Thank you so much, Lois, and the rest of you guys for tuning in, for coming around and joining us right here for the analyses. All right. Let's not we're about 6 minutes late, so let's get into this. As usual, this is done here to take us through the session, the analysis, and as we make money here and there on different signals. All right, let's pray and let's get this started. But Father, we thank you for this very morning. Thank you for the Monday morning. It's the 31st of March. Thank you that we are here again in a new week to look at charts and markets and be able to see opportunities that we can take advantage of and make money today. Thank you for the signals. Thank you for the entry and the exits that you always provide day in and day out. We give you praise for it, and we know that we are finishing this month in greatness, in victory, in success, because it's what you provide. We give you praise, we love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Let's finish this month in style, in victory, in whatsoever you can think of. Let's now get this thing started. Please share with a friend, let them come around, and let's make this happen today. So let's start with, as usual, crash 500. As usual, let's start with crash 500. So crash 500. Let's see what happened. Start from all the way weekly. We have reached that order block. I told you that I'm leaving this asset alone until it comes around at least that order block. That is a weekly order block, so we can clearly see that yesterday, I think the week started yesterday, so that's why we see that yesterday's candle went all the way to sales, and it is now oversold. The yesterday's candle, which is daily, on daily time frame, we saw that happen. We are now oversold. Meaning we should start thinking of buys. According to weekly, we are not yet oversold, but we can clearly see that we have touched that order block. Now there's and this is a breakout. Clearly that is a breakout. You can see we had a breakout, successful breakout. So this is the new candle that has gone out of that trend line. So we need it to be a retest candle. According to daily, we should be looking at that retest candle to where we can clearly see there's liquidity left back around that level right there. But of course, if we go to H4, we can see other points of interest. Probably that order block, it is not a valid order block, but we can clearly see or anticipate price coming back to that level. But as of now, according to daily, if we used our fib, we will clearly see that price is likely to come to that fair value gap. But we have 2 points. We have that point, and then we also have this point where price gave us that move to come down. So we can either use that or that, but if we use this, clearly you see that this point will be bringing us to the what we call the premium zone, and that's where we want to sell these assets. So without further ado, we know that daily we should be looking at buy entry or uptrend. Sorry about that. According to H4, we already oversold, meaning we should also start to look at entries of how we are going to make entries to the uptrend. According to H1, on the other hand, it's trying to give us a change of character. So all we need is a change of character. So it's trying to give us a change of character right there, according to H1, which can later on push us into buys that we are looking for actually. So if I can delete that, if I go to M15, it's the same as what we are looking at in H1. So as of now, I will leave this asset because I need it to be at least clear with me according to H1. And once I have H1, then I can enter short trades, or I can even wait on H4. I can even wait H4 to give me a pullback. Then I can make the entry, a clean entry that can give me some good long time buys. Yeah, like it can give me a swing trade. So according to H1, the momentum is still a bit slow and low there, what you can see there. So I would clearly wait. Yeah, I'm getting that kind of movement, which is going to be a change of character, but until then I'm not trading that. So all I need is now this to go all the way and then come in. If it comes in, probably it will come back to around that level, then we can easily make our entries to take us right there. This is according to H1. This is according to H1. Then when it reaches there, we can sell it. This sell will be according to H4 to bring us back according to H4, because H4 we will need some pullback. Yes, it may not go all the way up there according to H4, but it may come around these levels. So it may come around those levels. So in fact, I can easily do this. Yeah, it may come around those levels, and then it comes down again. Then H4 takes us all the way up. H4 takes us all the way up. So for now, I will leave it at H1 and we wait to see what comes around. Remember, we have this is a plan. It's not ideally going to happen exactly, but sometimes it happens exactly. But this is a plan on how we will be looking at entering this trade, which is crash 500. All right, enough of crash 500. Let's look at a boom 1000. I hope my sound is clear. I hope it is loud and clear to you guys. Yeah, good morning, Felix. Good morning, Felix. All right, so boom 1000. Let's look at it. We can easily delete these. This is where we stopped at. I think on Friday. So first delete them. Let's see, what do we have? So yeah, Friday, I've remembered what happened. Yeah, Friday we had 2 points of interest according to H1. We had this one right here, and then we also had this one down below, which is an H4 fair value gap. So at first it reacted onto this order block on H1, but it was not enough. It came all the way down and came to react on the H4 fair value gap, and that's where the buy move started from. So for us, we had entered right here. Let me remind you, we had entered just right there when it started to react there. So that's how we had entered right there. So it came to react onto the fair value gap. So we missed that. This is Saturday, Sunday, yeah. So I couldn't make entries on Saturday. I don't trade on Saturday, but that was a clean trade, having reacted on one of our points of interest, which was fair value gap on H4. So this was a pullback on H4, but then I think I missed that we had already touched that order block. So that is my bad. Yeah, from this very level here, clearly this level was already invalid. After touching it here and came again, that level was invalid. It had to come to the other down fair value gap below. So now we can take out that. We have this fair value gap. It's still valid for now because it can become a support. I had my limit orders there, and clearly you can see how the trade missed too. You can clearly see how these guys missed to activate my limit order right there. It was very tight. I just look at that. It actually touched, but I think because of the spread, they failed to activate my limit order on Saturday. I should have seen money come in on Saturday. And look at that trade. That was a perfect swing. According to H1, it would have been a swing trade all the way up there. Yeah, it was a good trade to take me all the way up. So I don't know if any of you guys caught that trade, because I don't trade on Saturday. I had put those limit orders on Friday, so they were never activated, so I couldn't make money still. So either way, I didn't enter. So let's look at today. What is happening? Go to daily. We are in the sell. Go to weekly. We are looking for sales currently. So we sell weekly, we are looking for sales. Daily, we are looking for sales. I can easily now delete my limit orders right here of buys, even right here for now. And you may see some short buys when we get back here, but not now. So let's just go to daily. We are looking for sales. H4, we are actually looking for a pullback. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Trying to first understand why we have this. That's weird. All right. First things first. H4. It is showing us we need to sell. Buy according to CCI. So if that's the case, I want to see the current current move. So this current move clearly is a bit weird. It's a bit weird move that we are clearly seeing right there, having gone back to that fair value gap. The sales started. Why? Because we had even touched CCI there, being overbought, and the sales started. They actually started when it came all the way up there, and right about now the sale is going on. Although now this brings another confusion. If I go to M15, I will see something else that is at hand according to M15, and clearly this is what I'll be seeing. But this is like an expanding rising wedge. One can say it's gonna break and continue and probably come all the way down below to what we want according to H1, but clearly on M15 it is also within that kind of move. So all we want is this move to come around, and then we can break out and come all the way down below, and that's exactly what is going to happen from what I've just seen according to M15. Yes, we may see some pullback when it reaches here. There's an order block, a valid order block actually. Currently it is on that fair value gap, but it may reach here and give us a pullback, just a short pullback, and it may not go all the way up. It may just reach in between here. Let's understand where it may actually go. Just do this for now. Yeah, such levels right there, here, right about there. It may go all the way back there, reach here, go back there, and then it comes all the way down below, just like that. So this is a plan. There's a possibility of it continuing, but according to what I've seen on M15, it may not continue before it gives us this kind of buy move, which will be like a retest move once, because clearly you see that we were oversold right here. So the momentum that is anticipated once price reaches this support or this order block, it's not yet a support, but that order block is momentum to push us to the overbought kind of direction. And once we reach overbought, it's very clear that we will be selling. Why? Because H1 we are looking at sales, H4 yes, the CCI may be showing us sales, but we know that, buys, but we know that according to the structure we are actually selling. Why? This is the reason right here, right there. Even though we see this, it's not that much. You can see that the previous high was never taken out, so that clearly shows you that this was just a pullback. So we have a change of character here, and the high was never taken out, means we are still in sales to take us all the way down below. So that's why the sales will be highly anticipated than the buys. If I come to M15, that is a change of character. This is a pullback and continuation of sales. So all I need is reach here, give me a pullback, and then I continue with the sales, because that's the current trend. Alright, that is it. I won't waste any much time here. I'm not going to enter sales right here. I may not even enter buys, but if I have a better entry, I can enter the short. I can now head over to Boom 500. Boom 500. So Boom 500, let's first head over to weekly. This move we fail to see it, meaning we may never see it for some time. Never got that pullback that we needed. So now we need to look at the sales, but I still see a pullback right here. even though we broke out, there has to be a pullback before we can continue the sales. So there has to be a pullback according to weekly. This is only according to weekly. So let's go to daily time frame. We are oversold and we have low momentum to either sales or buys. It means buyers and sellers are skeptical to enter this market. We have a slow kind of momentum on this very asset, so it's not good to make any decisions right here. Rather, in fact, it's better to forego and don't waste time on this asset, because when I go to daily, that's low momentum there. H4, you clearly see what is happening. H1, at least H1. Let's look at H1. What is happening? Why is price reacting to this a lot? So first delete that. Those who remember the trade we wanted on Friday was a retest back there so we can enter the sales, but we never got exactly what we wanted. This kind of a retest to sell this asset all the way down below, so we missed that. So we can delete all that. This channel is no longer needed. Can delete all that. And now I have an interesting thing that I fail to understand why it is reacting here. This is nothing to think about, but if I go to M15, it may be interesting. If I go to M15, there's another block. Yeah, so if I go to M15, there's another block right there, but then after that is where we reacted from, then that was invalid. Now there is that order block right here, and now it's acting as a support level according to H1. It is acting as a support according to H1. 1, 2, 3. So it has touched that level 3 times, and you can clearly see still it is a bit strong because of what we saw on this last move when it touched it. So according to weekly, we are in sales, but we need a pullback having touched that order block. Did it touch it even? Sort of. According to daily, we need buys, that's for sure. According to H4, we need buys too. This was like a change of character right there. That was actually a change of character, and it has come down to test that fair value gap down below there. And now we are actually looking for sales according to CCI, but we know that the general trend is a buy. This is a change of character right there. Pull back here. Price has failed to go back into buys, so it may actually come down for some short sales. So let's go to M15. Look at what we have. M15 is telling us buys. And now this becomes weird, but not that much weird. I have a change of character right here according to M15, having come from that support level down below, and a retest there, but the issue is low momentum. So how do we trade this asset? It's gonna be that kind of weird one we are facing currently. So this is a no-go for me. I'm not trading this at all because of what I'm seeing in the momentum. Both sellers and buyers are holding on to their money to put in. If I come to H1, that is a change of character to push for sales right there. That is H1. But if I come to M15, this is a change of character to actually push for buys. That's why I'm going to leave this asset alone, because of this confusion that is happening right about now. I don't know what the sellers want down below. There's a fair value gap that is that is down below here, which is uninterrupted. It's not mitigated, so probably price is looking to mitigate this liquidity that is on this order block, on this fair value gap. But until then, I don't see any other point of interest why we need sales. There's no other point of interest. So according to H1, we can only and only say the sales are coming to grab liquidity here and then push for buys, just like we need on other time frames. But then how about M15? Where is it looking for the buy? Why is it looking for this kind of buy according to CCI, what we are seeing there? Let's go to M5. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me this is like a heads and shoulder. Don't tell me this is trying to become a heads and shoulder, because if that's the case, then the sales are coming in and they are going to come in first, give you this kind of TP, but then we may even anticipate this whole move right here, this whole move all the way down below, Okay. Okay, this is a sell. According to M5, it's a sell. It's a sell due to that that heads and shoulder. Due to that heads and shoulder. Yes, this can be taken as a neckline right here. Right, this level down below here can be taken as a neckline. So our entry was supposed to be here on this second candle, but even this candle right now can actually give us the sales. So I'm just gonna enter with 0.5. This is not it doesn't have the same leverage as that of Boom 1000, so I can easily put my 0.5, bring my stop loss just there, and then look at sales to actually bring me right there. Yeah, so that's how I will be trading this asset for now. The reason I've entered there is because of the heads and shoulder. Yeah, that's the reason why I've entered the sales. So Boom 500, we have entered sales. We are looking at sales to take us all the way down below, back to that order block, which is now currently, one may say it's a support right now. But we know according to H1, the sales will be coming all the way down to that fair value gap. So, but as of now, you want to take short money and call it a day. If you hit your target, better. If you don't, then you can enter another trade, because right here we will be entering our buy entries. So this, that is that. Yeah, this is what we are anticipating according to weekly and daily pullback there to reach that level. So until then, we are looking at some buys when we get to this level. So for now, let's wait and see. That is Boom 500 for us there. Volatility 25S. Let's now look at Volatility 25S. what is happening on volatility. Weekly, we are looking for sales. Now that we had a breakout, we need a pullback. Having mitigated liquidity on that fair value gap, we need a pullback, then continuation of the sales. Right, exactly what we need. According to daily, now the pullback is confirmed, and today has started as a buy day or as an uptrend day. According to H4, without a doubt, we had a change of character right there. So we need a pullback or a retest back to the change of character level, and then we are in our perfect buy entries. So according to H1, clearly we are yet to reach overbought, but we may not reach it first. We may actually see the pullback. Why? Because we have that level there, that is like a breaker block right there where we are. This is where we saw the break of structure to continue with the sales. So it's a breaker block. Price has gone back to the breaker block, so it's coming down to give us a low, right? So we will wait for that. And clearly, let me see, according to M15 okay, it's gonna be according to H1. So according to H1, we have this fair value gap left down below here. This one is not significant, is not that significant right here. So it's likely to come all the way down below right here to grab that liquidity right there. So we have that, but also we have this, which is the likely one to come through. This is the likely one to come through. So all I can do is have them just in case. Have both of them just in case market decides to do otherwise. So that's how we're going to look at entering this trade. So if I go to M15 and I get my my change of character, I will be selling this asset to bring it all the way down below. By now, you guys know how we do this. So sometimes it will give us a change of character, sometimes it will not. It may continue like that straight down below because it is a retest. So, but all we need when we try now, that is how we are going to trade this asset V25S. It's likely to give us money because I can see that the momentum now stabilized. Right, V75, let's go on. Please go ahead and like the stream. Please give us a thumbs up right there. It helps us to be noticed by the YouTube algorithm. Right, so go to weekly, daily. Daily is now overbought. I mean, so if it is overbought, then according to CCI, please, you may ask, why am I saying it is overbought when we are having no resistance? Yes, the resistance was broken out right here. I mean, that was a fair value gap, but then the previous high is currently what we are on, which now becomes a resistance level right about there. So I can now delete that and wait a minute. Weekly. Okay, so weekly is still taking us into buys, but we have reached a resistance there, meaning we are overbought according to CCI. And on daily time frame now, H4 is already overbought. All we need is a change of character. So we've been seeing break of structures, but the previous break of structure was not of a big impact, so didn't get enough impact that we thought it would. So for now, first go to H1, delete these. These were anticipations of of Friday. We can now delete all of them because we never entered. Actually, we entered. Was it Friday, Thursday? We made a buy entry. Yes. So we made those entries right there. The first one was taken out there, then we took our profits right about there. So yeah, we made that entries. We made those entries on Friday. Yeah, don't remember the anticipation, the move, but we are coming here because of that change of character right there. So pull back here, that's how we made the entry to take us all the way up. All right, so now we have sales that are at hand. We need to look for sales according to H1, but they are not ready. M15 is not ready to give us, it was actually ready when it gave us that change of character according to M15 right there. Then this was a retest. This was a retest right there. So what is happening? This M5. Okay, M5 is looking for buys. So let's wait for M5 to give us a confirmation to enter sales. Then we can actually enter sales perfectly. But from looking at what I had here, that was a continuation pattern. That was a pennant. Gave us that move. This exact move was that exact move. Exactly. And then it started to pull back. Yes. So now the pullback is done, so it's looking for buys. So I can delete all that. So the pullback here is done, it's looking for buys. According to M15, I don't see any buys. I would anticipate pullback. So this is a no-go for me for now. I will leave it at M5 to actually give me a confirmation of entry, but until then, no, I'm not going to make an entry right here on V75. Let me leave it, and let's now move to jump 50. Jump 50. Jump 50. So about jump 50, let me go to M. All right, weekly, we know we've been selling because of that right there, sells to take us all the way down below, and it is actually corresponding with what we have on the main chart. The CCI is corresponding with what we have on the main chart, having touched that resistance level. At first it was a fair value gap, so it became a resistance level, and of course the trend line right there, and now sells. Yeah, so it is corresponding, they are all aligning to one thing. Daily we are in sales, having given us the retest. Did it give us a clear retest? Yes, even though it didn't reach where we thought it would reach, but it gave us a retest back to that level right there. So clearly, according to H1, I wanted, this was a move there and then the sell. So let's look at, did we make that entry? No, I had made a buy here. That was a limit order that took me out later on, and it took me out because Saturday I was not trading. It was activated and then took me out. So that is my bad right there. So wait a minute, on Friday did we make an entry? This is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. This was an entry of Friday that came late in the night. Okay, So let's now take out that. Delete all that. Pull back there. Now sales. Let's first go back to H4. Breakout structure, not that of a big deal. I believe we may see another pullback. According to H4, H1 actually, we are sort of having a double bottom right there, but we have a low, a poor momentum, just like we now used that. Mandis are always having low momentum. We always have low momentum in all assets almost, so that's what we are currently seeing, low momentum. And if that persists, and this may end up being like a descending triangle in formation, and we can now try to use that for our advantage. So according to M15, you can see what the market is doing right there. So I don't want to trade a market that is having low momentum. So I would rather leave this asset and go for something richest to take us at least a bit a gain. But for now, I'm gonna leave this, not trading jump 50. I don't want to force any trades. I will leave these. I'll leave that for now. I'll leave that for now, and probably can delete that. Go to H4, delete that. This one's really done, dealt with, and delete that. And I believe that's it. Yeah, for now. So I'll leave this at H1 and go to jump 25. Let's work this out. We wind up jump 25, daily, weekly, oversold, overbought, weekly, daily, oversold, weird, very weird actually. H4, overbought. What? That is very weird. Delete all these. Alright, so H4. H4 is oversold, overbought according to CCI. H1 is overbought, so it means weekly H4 and H1 are all having the same trend, which is sells. It's only daily time frame that has a weird thing. So according to M15, once it gives us an entry for sales, we can sell, but we know that H1 needs us to sell, H4 wants us to sell, and of course weekly time frame. So go to M15. Let's go back to that order block. It is testing. In fact, we can easily enter right here. Yeah, we should be entering this asset. This is what jump 25. Should be entering this asset. We should be entering this asset. Let's leave it for now, but we are going to enter it. It's going to give us sales, although the momentum is not that a good one, but we will be entering it. We will be entering it at any time. So for now, we leave it. Probably by midday we will be looking at an entry we'll be looking at an entry on this very order block according to M1 probably. So first delete that. Let's go to something like that. It's what I'll be anticipating according to M5, M15. So for now, I won't make any entries. I will leave it for now. That is jump 25. Let's work out on the last asset, which is jump 10, and we call it a day. So jump 10. Okay, sweet. So weekly, we know that the general momentum is a sell. That's for sure, because of even our structure, our pattern right there showing us that we need to continue with the sells. So according to daily, we are in the CCI is not aligning with what we have on the main chart, meaning we can't use CCI on daily. What we can only do is look at what we have, and clearly it is giving us a falling wedge in a weird way when price is coming from above. So that can tell us that can tell us a continuation in a weird way. Let's first analyze it a bit more. So this is daily. Daily, it is giving us those two trend lines, support and resistance trend line right there. Let's go to H4. Let's understand H4 is looking at first getting all the way back to the upper trend line, and we know that it is going to do that actually. So right here we have some sort of support according to H4. So we know price has to come back to go all the way back to that trend line, because we even have a change of character right about there. Yes, so this was a pullback, need to now get back all the way up. But we had also that kind of change of character right there. You see, went down, pulled back, continued down, found the resistance, and since then we've been reacting from that resistance. We saw another sort of M formation, or call it whichever you want, change of character, whichever you want to call it, but then it came back to the support, and this support is still holding up. So that means H1 should be giving us buys, but it's not the case. We are still looking for sells according to H1. What does that mean? Let's look at M15. M15 is giving us buys, and that's where the confusion comes from on H1 right there. So having seen that confusion between M15, H1 and H4, I now choose not to trade this. I now choose not to trade this. Even though I know that we are going to enter buys because of that support and because of what we want on H4 and M15, and even on daily time frame, H1 is missing out, so we needed to give us an entry for the sells. So until then, entries for the buys, but until then, until it gives me that confirmation of buys. Don't rely on H4. Why? Because it's very far off from our 10 MA. So I rather now just wait for H1 to give me what I need. Once it gives it to me, then I can actually make that buy entry. But as of now, jump 10 is also a no-go. Wow, that's how oh yes, Lois says we sold on V75. Yeah, on Friday we sold. It took us out, and in a weird way, the way I couldn't imagine what was happening, it went against the order block, and again it went against the order block and that order block right there, and again the fair value gap. So it went all the way for the upper highs to grab that. So that's how we were taken out. It didn't even give us some good time retest that we could actually capitalize on. So that's how we were taken out on Friday. So for now, we just wait for it. Yeah, it took us out. V75. I had forgotten about it actually. Let's look at history. Yeah, this is where it took us out. I had my buy limit here. No, not a buy limit. I entered late. This is Friday. I entered late and took profits right there and closed it. That I think I closed it on Friday, or it was a TP that was hit right there. But then here it kept on taking us out on Friday. It kept on taking us out on Friday. So we wait. Let's first do the recap and we'll come back to it. We'll look at what is going to happen next. But like I said, Mondays are always a bit tricky because of low momentum. So if I don't see something that I need, I can't enter this asset. All right, let's start all the way from crash 500. Just a reminder, we are still registering for the April class. Those who want to trade and analyze like me, you can you have an opportunity to register and get enrolled for the April class. All right, the crash 500 pullback according to M15. We should be looking at the buy. Should we? Is that enough? According to M15, it should be enough. But then according to M5, it is not enough. But M15 tells us it is enough. So I'm going to do this. I'm following M15, guys. The only challenge I have is that it has touched that retracement line on CCI. So either it will take us out and come around these levels, or it will continue. So since this is a low momentum and my account can handle, I can easily put my buy right there. I'm entering that. Boom, 1,000. It has touched that level and now the buy has started, just like I told you guys. So it has come down all the way to that order block and now the buy has started. So we have missed that entry. If we had put a limit order, we would have gone all the way up. But you never know, it may come back again because it has not touched this trend line. It may choose to come a bit down and touch it, or it may not. So you never know. If it does come down, then we can enter it. If it fails, then we wait for our sales right about there. That is boom 1000. Boom 500, I had made an entry, I think it is this that I had made an entry in. Why had I made an entry? Let me see, was it? Yes, I had made an entry there to sell it, but it decided to go up and look for the liquidity of the early sellers. Wait, it actually came to do that, and that changes everything. Now that changes everything. This is not going to be no longer about what we had, which was a pullback down below. Now it has now changed what we were looking for. Because of our change of character here, and because of what we have here, right here, we may look at this move, even though the pattern is not exactly what we normally wait for. We will end up looking for that. But until then, please don't enter any more entries because it's not yet confirmed. It's not yet confirmed. It is not yet confirmed. Yeah, we leave it for now. We can wait for ourselves right up there, but the buy is very, very risky for where it is. It's a bit risky. Although M5 is likely to give us sells, but you can only wait for the sells when you have that breakout right here, right there. But until then, so this is also a no-go. V25, we need a pullback and then entry, but if we don't get it, I said M5 is also not clear, so we will have to wait for the pullback. If we don't get it, then that means we can't enter this asset, so we wait. This is likely to give us this sell, an entry, a perfect entry for that sell. So let's wait for the pullback. This is what V75. Nah, it's still a bit tricky. M15 is giving us sells, H1 sells, H4 sells. So all we need is a pullback to where there's that order block. According to M15, that is likely to be our entry point for a sniper entry. So until then, I can wait for that. I have to wait for that. In fact, I have to wait for that for me to make my sell entry. Right, jump 50. It's a no-go. We've already seen that. It's a no-go. Wait, jump 50 is likely to give us a reversal. We should actually be in a buy as we speak. We should be in a buy, because sometimes we may want to wait for this breakout and retest, and we don't see the retest, so we should have entered. We've missed that entry. We should have entered this asset right there when we tested that order block. Yeah, let's wait and see. It may come a bit again. Why? Because it hasn't touched this level right here, so it may reach that and then come a bit low and then give us the entry for the buy. So let's be patient. Let's not rush this. We need that and enter. That is jump 25. So until then, don't. If it fails to give you that kind of move, don't force the trade. And lastly, that's a pullback. And said I will wait for H1 to give us an entry. So until it gives us an entry, I'm not making any trades on this asset. So I would rather leave it than risking. So right now, the most what I'm seeing which is likely to give us entry So what is likely to give us entry is jump 25, jump 50 once it comes back down below. If it fails, then we won't have an entry. Jump 7, V75 is a bit tricky. I may not rely on it. This is gonna give us an entry, which is V25S is going to give us some money today. So we wait for that. So we have V25 and jump 25. Then the rest are also not that of a target to us. Like we could wait for the sell there on boom 1000, but it's still a long way, so we have to wait. We entered a buy on crash, but like I said, it may do that retest right here. That's why I've put my other buy limit, so that it can take me all the way up also. So for now, we wait for whatever it decides. I've entered right there because I had seen this retest after giving us a change of character there. That's the reason why I entered there. But like I said, it can easily come for the discount zone. This was the discount right there. This is in discount, so it may come all the way for that kind of discount zone to take us into buys once again. So for now, that's how we will be trading. So we have crash 500, we have V25S, and then jump 25. Those are the ones that are likely to give us some near or some entries soon. And probably even jump 50, but I'm still skeptical about it. We will see how it all goes. But this is coming around and it will give us an entry. It will give us an entry. It's gonna give us an entry. Yeah, it's going to give us an entry, so we will wait for it. All right, I think that's it. Please remember that today is the last day to today and tomorrow morning it's gonna be today. If I do it tomorrow morning, it may confuse me. So today is the last day to subscribe for, unless there are some guys who normally love to come in when we've already started, so it will be their loss. They come in when we've already started, so the days they are not refundable or what. So those who want to join the VIP, today is the day. The last month, or this very month of March that we are ending, some people kept on registering, subscribing even the very first week. So but of course they paid the same money, $15. So if you come in late, that will be your thing. But according to me, the subscriptions, the general subscriptions are stopping today. So this is the last day for those that want to join the VIP signals. Those let's check on how we performed the last month for everyone to see as we call it a day. Just allow me to first close out this. I'm not going to be seeing some comments now. I've closed where I normally see comments from, so I'm just gonna open this. So it's gonna be a bit slow because I'm opening it. So let me add it here. Desktop 25. So clearly, those who can see on your screen, you'll be able to see how we performed for the signals. I don't know if you can see it properly, but yeah, that's how we performed. That's how we performed. Those are all the entries. We clearly did how many? Let's see. 71 minus 8 minus 7. 71 minus 7. We did about 64 entries. Of course, we are going to add even those of today, but so far we did about 64 signals that I shared in VIP, platform. 64, because I can calculate them right here. We started right there on that level, on that low, which is 8, and clearly currently we are on 71. So 71 minus 7, we have 64 signals that we took, and you can clearly see, according to what I told you guys, the rules I gave you when if you're part of the signals, we talked of the risk management, making it below 3%. And clearly you can see the risk management when I was starting. And this account, I started it at $200 right there. But of course, sometimes I would wait for my TPs to be hit. So that's why you can see it grew all the way from 200 to 6,000. Yeah. But clearly that's what we looked at for this whole month, the March month. That's what we looked at. You can see the losses, the change. This is account change right there. Whenever, and remember, we were looking at 10%, but me, I was of course at 20 plus. So that's why you saw me doing what I was doing. But I gave you guys 10% as our target every day, and that's what we looked at. And clearly you can see how we came around with the losses. When you lose small, but when you win much more. That is a trick to have a consistent trading career. You don't over leverage. When you lose a lot, but when you win, you're panicking to close every now and then, to close the small profits you've already made. But when you lose, you're losing big. You have to lose small, but when you win, you win big. That is a trick. So let's look at the account, the summary. So apparently we are at 68% win rate. Having taken right here, it is showing us the total number of trades, 62. We have 42 of those as winning trades. and we have so far lost 19, and we have only one that we broke even. It took us on break even. Yeah, that is what the one I remember. And if we come back here, we can easily see that one. This is the one that we have. It was a jump 10, took us out on break even, and that's what we currently have right there. So the trade summary is showing us that. So it is going to be ending today. Whatever other trades we make, they'll be added onto here, and before we can start the month of April, and it is also recorded right here. Those that are part of the VIP, this was actually given out to help you in recording all your trades. This is a trade journal that I shared with you that you can use to record all your trades. Although I didn't get time to add in looking at recording all the trades, so that at the end of the month we'll be having a clear overview of what we were actually doing, and that's it. So currently we are at 68. I hope that we can finish with at least 70%. That is a good, very winning trade, a winning rate, 70%, but even 68 is all good. Yeah, that's a very good rate for us. So for now, those who want to join the VIP, those who want to join the Signals VIP group, that's what you'll be getting. But of course, I gave it also to those that came to my inbox and wanted actually to get access to it, even though they are part of the VIP or not. So it is also a good tool. It's a free of charge. I'm not charging any money for the journal, because it's to help all traders. You have to be accountable to whatever you do. So, and this can give you the discipline, can help you to cultivate the discipline within you as you keep trading and looking at the account change, knowing that you are still within your 3% risk per trade. You are within 3% risk per trade. So you need to understand that very concept. Otherwise, I think that's it. Please, I know that we are going to, before the year ends, we will be somewhere, all of us as a community, having testifying that we are making actually money. We are no longer borrowing accounts. That is my aim. I want us to be a community where we can all testify that we don't remember when we last blow up the account, but we can actually enjoy the profits, withdrawing every week or every month, and changing our lives as God helps us through. But I know we will be, and this was a very first month of our journey together as a community. Those who want to subscribe, you can subscribe. Those who don't want, still, even right here, these sessions are good enough to even take us to another level. I believe those who know how to trade properly and follow the analysis, you can always make it. I believe it too. So let me wish you guys a good day. We've quite extended our session today, but it was all for our own good, and to give you all the insights of what has been going on. Let me wish you guys a good day, happy trading day, and see you tomorrow same time. And of course, for the VIP, I'm still with you, even in the groups, as we keep on trading our last day of March. Happy trading.